Hi there, thanks for joining me today. Back in the garage, got another little treat today. This is the KINGBOLEN K7 Smart Scanner. This is predominantly aimed at the DIY mechanic, the home guy, a beginner kind of level. It's supposed to be really easy to use, got lots of functionality on it. It's bi-directional as well, so we can work actuators and control stuff with it. But this is, like I say, it's aimed at a DIYer who wants to get at the car, get some functions, get some information, be able to do some fault diagnosis, avoiding the garage, saving yourself an absolute fortune in garage bills. So let's get it out of the box, have a quick look at it and see what we get for his money. This comes in at about £300, but it's got lifetime free updates on it, which is nowadays an absolute must, because you can be spending an awful lot of money on updating software and stuff. Straight away, impressive. Comes in a nice semi-hard shell case, got a nice zip lid on it there. Wowzers, that's nice. That's got a really hefty, heavy-duty rubberized casing round it. Yeah, that feels a nice weighty bit of kit. Get your hands on it. It's got a Bluetooth dongle, which is great news because we can go around the car. We're not tied down to being sort of confined to the EOBD plug. Now I'm going to show you where the plug sockets are on these. Like I say, this has got very simple menus on it, easy to negotiate and navigate through, just to show you how simple it is to do some diagnostics for a DIYer. Yeah, let's get it switched on, see what we've got on the menus, and yeah, we'll get it plugged into the car. Also in the packet, we've got some instructions and a charger. So we've got a nice USB charging lead there to plug it in. I think it's a USB-C to USB-A, so which is good. So if you've got USB-Cs, you can just charge it from that. So a quick close-up here. On the bottom there, we've got a port for the USB. Got USB-A, USB-C. Nice rubberized to keep the water out. Like I say, this has got a real nice beefy feel to it. Got the on-off button on the top there. We'll give that a press. Straight away, it's powering up. On the back, we've got a camera. So it's not going to take us too long to sort this out. At the minute, we've just got to say we're in English. And we'll go next on that one. Add some Wi-Fi network settings. Like I say, the menus are really easy to use. Okay, time zone, we need to get that to UK. It is important that we do set the time code on it, because when we do a service reset on the car, if the time's wrong on this, then it puts the time wrong on the car. So we need to get ourselves into the right district. So obviously we're in the UK, Europe, London. We'll go next on that. We'll agree to all the terms and conditions. Okay, let's put my account settings in there. The screen, the touch screen is really nice. As soon as we've logged in, we've just got to then upgrade APK, which is the firmware that the unit runs on. And you can see there it's downloading that really quickly. So now we're all logged in, straight away it's coming up with these icons telling you that we need to do some updates. So it's all very self-explanatory. We'll just click next on that. We need to activate the device. Okay, right then. In the packet we get our activation code here, so we can drop that in. Okay, so now we're up and running. Let's just run through a few of the functions on the home screen. First one's the store, which enables you to update to FCA and Auto Auth, which is for new vehicles. The manufacturers have put or locked out some of the functions and you have to actually purchase an additional thing. So if you need that, it is available, which is a really important thing for this modern day diagnostics, and this tool does do it. The next one is EOBD or OBD. This is for engine management. So this will allow you to see sensors, check parameters, all with just on the engine management system. The next one is scan. This one is for the rest of the vehicle. So this is all of the systems on the car, and also engine management, but it does it in a vehicle specific way. So this one is a really powerful tool. That button there is very, very important. Gets us into all of the different systems, the SRS, ABS, braking systems, the transmission, it's all on here. Body control modules, it's all in the scan. We've got reset then, which is for, we've got resets for service, brake pads, matching batteries, AdBlue, ABS bleeding. If you want to do your brake bleeding, then you can bleed the pump out with this. We've got some key learning stuff. We've got all sorts. Injector coding if you replace an injector. Like I say, oil reset. You can turn off your start-stop system if your vehicle enables you to do that. It will allow you to do it with this machine. Calibrating windows, adjusting tyre sizes if you put different tyres, different wheels on your car. So it's got a lot of functions in there. We've got repair information. We've got updates, which updates all of the software. We've got modules, files, and settings. So that's all the functions on the home screen that we really need to do. It's very, very simple though. If you're a first timer, then all you really need to do is these first two sections up here. If you've got an engine management light on, you can go into this one. If you've got some other issue on your car, then this is the button. It has got auto search on it as well, so it will go through, find the chassis number of the car. Once you've got locked in the chassis number, then the machine can go into depth, vehicle specific information. So I think we've just about covered everything on the home screen there. Let's go out to the car, plug it in and see what we can find. So we're out at the car. This is a 2010 BMW 318 diesel. We've got the machine and we've got our little dongle there. Now on every car you've got a 16-pin diagnostic socket. It's just a case of finding it. This one, it's nicely positioned behind this little blank cover here. I can pop the cover off and the little pin socket there, it looks the same shape as that, obviously in reverse, and we can just plug that in. It beeps, lights up, and away you go. If you are struggling to find your socket, just Google it, put it in Google, where's my EOBD socket, put your type of car in and it will show you it straight away. Next thing we've got to do is just put the ignition on. On some cars like this one, you have to press the start button twice and then it pings up on the dashboard, all the lights come on. The engine doesn't have to be running, but you need to get the ignition on. We've then got, like I say, the two, OBD or scan. We're literally just going to pick whichever one we want. Do we want to know if it's an engine management issue or if there's something else wrong with the car on the body or transmission or something like that? This one, I want to look at the engine. So I'm going to go OBD. Really simple to use. You can't do any harm with this by checking any of this stuff. You can't do any damage to your car. It just reads information. It doesn't actually reprogram anything. So straight away there, we're in. It's found the chassis number. It's saying that the management light is off. There's no DTC stored in this ECU at the minute. It's got 29 data streams that are supported. So we can enter that. And then it gives us an option. We can read live data. That's a really important one. IM readiness, that is more for American. It's systems that the car goes through, emission systems. So we're not really interested in that. We want to know what data is going on. Can we find out if sensors and signals are coming through on the car? So if we click on that live data, we can then choose from this list, what do we want to see? What do we want to see on here? We've got a choice of throttle, we've got accelerator, airflow rate, ambient temperature, catalyst, all sorts of different ones. But we want to keep this simple. What do we really want to know? We want to probably know how fast is the engine turning. If we've got a rev counter on the car, obviously that will show you if you haven't, or if your car's not starting. It's really good to see on here. If you clicked on engine RPM and then crank the car over, the engine's rotating. The dashboard won't usually show that up. It won't come up straight away, but this will tell you if it's picking up a signal from the engine, showing it in hundreds of RPM, then you know that the crankshaft signal sensor is working, which is a really important sensor on the car. If that's failed, that stays zero. It wouldn't pick up any engine rotation. So yeah, that's a good one to have. And also, we want to know if the engine's turning and have we got any fuel. So we've got fuel rail pressure, so we can click on that one as well. So there's two main things there we want to know does the engine realise it's turning, and have we got fuel pressure? If them two things are going on, there's a good chance it's going to start. So let's fire the car up and see what we get. We'll click OK. And there, straight away, it's showing us that we know what RPM we're doing, and we've got really good fuel range pressure there. It's telling you there what you should be expecting to see, which is a really good feature, because if you don't know what you're looking at, that number doesn't mean anything to you. But this is saying you'd expect it to be between 300 and 30,000. And at the minute, as you can see there, we're running at 5,800 or thereabouts. On the RPM, again, standard range, 0 to 6,000. And at the minute we're running at 850. We can show these in a graph as well. If we touch on that, it'll put it into a graph. You can see it there running along. We can also press that button there to combine the two. And there you go, it's now showing you both the signals at the same time in graph form, which is a really handy one to see. And if we rev the car up, you can see how they change. We'll go back on that one, and back again, back again. Let's see what else we've got in here. If you were buying a new car and you wanted to know if somebody has cleared the codes on it, fault codes, to hide a fault, this unit will tell you that. You can go on here and it says distance travelled since DTC's cleared. So you can actually go into that, click on it, and it will tell you the last time that somebody erased all the faults on it. Really good. If you're going to buy a car, you say, do you mind if I just plug my machine in and just check a few things? And if they have a look of panic on the face, you know that they've done something strange. But also you can be sure by plugging it in, seeing when it was last cleared, and you can check for car. They say if you're buying a new car, what a bit of kit to have with you. You can do a check on it and make sure there's no faults on the engine management system before you buy the car. We can check on here also engine coolant temperature, because these cars now don't seem to have temperature gauges on them, so you don't actually know what the temperature of the engine is. And on this we can click on that one there, engine coolant temperature, OK, and straight away it's telling us, look, it's 86 degrees. We are in Fahrenheit at the minute on this one, so yeah, we need to have a look at the settings. We can alter that to Celsius. We'll go back on that again. What else have we got in here? Like I say, absolutely loads of information. We can check oxygen sensors as well, vehicle speed sensor. Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, and at the minute obviously it's telling us we're doing 0 miles an hour at the minute because we're not moving. Cool. Okay, let's just end this session on that one. Let's have a quick look at something a bit more in depth. So we're going to go to scan, and then we want to do auto search. This is now finding the car specifically to the chassis number, and it's going to use a BMW designated software to really get into all the ECUs. It's going to talk to every ECU on the car now. Okay, on this one here, we want to go automatically search. Okay, so it's found the car, the mileage, what actual model it is. We'll go next. Right, come inside, let's shut the door. Okay, so here we go. We've got its main screen now, and we've got health report, system scan, system selection, special functions. So let's do a health report, and I'm thinking this is going to find lots of faults now. You'll see the difference between the two, how this one goes into everything in real detail. On the other one, engine management came up with nothing. Now look, engine control module, now we've got 6 faults, because this is, like I say, going into real depth using the BMW designated software. If we wanted to clear those faults, we'll literally click clear DTCs and it's done. It's that simple. So we've got 6 on there. Let's have a look, see what we're finding on that one. Here we go. So now we're in, we've got brake, vacuum. We're going to get all these faults coming up. Now, you're always going to expect to see faults. It doesn't mean it's bad. And also, if you see what this says here, how we've got history, current. So current means the fault is there at the moment. History means it's happened at some time in the past and the fault isn't actually there at the moment. So that's a good thing. You can see these are all historical faults. That one is current. The brake vacuum sensor is not going to affect the running of the car, but it will stop the stop-start system from working, which ain't a bad thing. But we can actually look at that. If we go question mark there, it should tell us a bit more about it. And we can just accept the Google thing. Straight away, look, it's coming up with videos on this problem, and there's one that I made that's on YouTube, and it just happens to come up on that one really quickly, which is great, how to repair that problem. So we'll go back off that, but as you can see, it just gives you a really good piece of information on how to sort these faults out. And also here we've got an issue with the DPF system on the car that's given us a few issues there. I've got a future video coming up on that one, so keep your eyes peeled for it. Okay, so that was the only one that got faults. Every other system on the car, so right down to, we've got car access, fuel pump, anti-lock braking system, electronic power steering, we've got in body control modules, SRS, the airbag system, siren tilt sensors, instrument cluster, everything else on here, look, is all okay, is all working fine. The only one with the fault was that on the engine control. So let's just go back out of that and just go into system selection. Now we want to pick out, I want the anti-lock braking system, because I just want to check a few things on that. Okay, so let's go into chassis. There we go, anti-lock braking system. Continue. Very quick this is. It's whipping through these different menus really nicely. And we want to go into data stream here, look. So let's have a look at the data stream on that. So data stream requests DSC, so that's the stability control system. So this is going to have everything on it. So we've got speed sensors, which is what we're looking at. These are always a great one to find if you've got machine, so we can pick all four. Okay, and then we can combine these results into a graph. And now if we move the car, we should be able to see all of these moving in harmony together in a nice smooth fashion. That inform, you can hardly see, there's just one discrepancy there, slight discrepancy on the rear left, look. It's just come out of the pattern on its own, the little red one, you can just see it coming out the green kind of pattern. If we just move the car again. And there you can see that's showing up a few little discrepancies there. You really want to see these all together, but because there's slight differences in there, it means that the rings on the ABS or the sensors are just not working completely in harmony. On this one as well, we can also go to actuation test, and we can get the ABS pump working. Like you say there, you can get it working for 5 seconds to check that it is all okay. There you go. This unit is bi-directional and it will allow you to do that kind of stuff. It is, like I say, quite a powerful bit of kit. Commonly used special functions, just have a quick look at that. Service reset. Let's have a look at that on the brakes. We can do, we can reset the brake pad system on this one if you want to. Also, you see at the top there, look, it's showing us voltage of the vehicle while we're actually doing the test and we're working on it, which is a fantastic thing. If you've not got the engine running, you don't want the, oh, that's reset the, oh, it's doing all the brake, it's doing resetting everything at the minute. Okay, so this is telling us service data, what is, where are we at with everything. So engine oil, which I did change that yesterday, so I need to reset that. So we can do F1, engine oil, we want to go for F1 on that to reset it back to 100%. There we go, engine oil is now due in 30,000 kilometres, which is great because I say I did that yesterday, so we're all good with that. And obviously all these other functions as well, anything that's needs resetting, you can reset it here. So if we've changed the battery, we can register that we've done a battery change on it. We've got DPF Regeneration, injector coding. So let's just switch the car off. Put the ignition back on again. Let's just have a quick look in that. Okay, so these are the codes on the injectors that are fitted to the car at the minute. And if we wanted to change them, we'd continue and then we'd go to enter new calibration value and just put the new code in and save it on the save calibration values. All new injectors come with a code stamped on the top, so you can't go wrong. So there we go. Don't forget to remove the dongle from the car. We can check the history. This is what we've done, so that's what we've done today. And every car that you do a test on, it will remember it, so you can go back and check what you've done. And once we've finished doing his diagnostics and checking his bits and pieces, just got to remember to pull the dongle out and put the cap back on. So this could save you a massive amount of money if you can just check your faults before you take your car to the garage. It might be something simple, you can just erase the fault, cure it yourself, or it gives you an idea and you could go to Google, or if you're not sure, have a good look and see if there's a video on showing you how to repair stuff. It could save you a fortune at the garage. And also, you can see what the faults are before you take to the garage, and if they come and tell you something completely random, then you've got a kind of just a little bit of backup and a little bit of an idea as to what's going on and whether they're ripping you off or not. Let's go back inside. Impressive stuff. That is a really, really good bit of kit. I like the feel of it. I like the functionality. The menus are very easy to navigate. So, yeah, it's a good one. Like I say, if you're a beginner, if you're a DIYer, or even, well, an experienced mechanic, it's not a bad bit of kit. It's not a bad bit of kit at all. Like I say, really easy to find your way around. Some of these units can be a bit tricky and the menus are quite difficult to find your way around. This one's not like that. It is very, very simple, straightforward, and it gets straight to the point. Good information. If this one's been of use, and yeah, if you've liked it, if you want to see me do something different with this, then drop me some comments into the box and I'll see what I can do for you. As far as it goes, I'd recommend that one. It's a good bit of kit. If I've got any discount codes, I'll pop them into the description. Cracking bit of kit. And like I say, it's simple to use and you can't do any damage to your car. You're not going to hurt anything by looking. As long as you don't change any of the parameters, then you're not going to do any damage at all. It's a really safe bit of kit to use. So yeah, like I say, discount codes will be in the description. If you've enjoyed this one, drop me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.